is March the 21st, 2019, Thursday of the second week of Lent, and the first full day of spring. Spring has sprung. Also, with the coming of spring, it seems the pollen count has gone up a little bit in New York here, because yesterday my eyes were irritating me no end. Oops, sorry about that. So the other day I mentioned that we have trouble with lighters around here. One of the people who work here had pointed out to me that they have these new electronic lighters. All right, so the thing has arrived. This new lighter has arrived, and it comes in this really cool packaging. I'm kind of impressed by the packaging alone. That in and of itself tells you something about the unit. But this might actually be something that we could use in the sacristy itself to light candles. I'm going to find out today because this just arrived. Today being Thursday, I've decided I want to try to do something a little different on Thursdays. And so today what I would like to do is maybe initiate a new segment of this vlog, a new segment that I would like to entitle Web Review Thursdays, or Catholic Web Review, or just Catholic Web Thursday. Catholic Web Thursdays, that's what I'll go with, Catholic Web Thursdays. Yeah, we really get excited about playing with our little toys around here sometimes, and this is going to be a fun toy to play with. Time to make a couple of tests. Test number 1 is on just a small candle. Test number 2 will be on an actual altar candle. All right, so Tony and I are really excited. We're going to do an experiment now with an actual candle.
Cool.
Bingo. Well, I have to admit, test number 2 did work out to be a success, but it was hard because of these old eyes. I was having trouble seeing the wick inside the candle. Yes, so word has it, we're going to have a pretty gray and dreary day today. A lot of rain supposedly coming. Well, here I was trying to carry this thing in my pocket, and I reached in for my keys, and I guess I must have pressed on the thing or something, because all of a sudden, bzz. So Catholic Web Thursday. What do I mean by Catholic Web Thursday? There's a lot of Catholics out there who have done a variety of things on the internet. They're trying to use the internet as a tool, as a way of growing. One of the things that would be good is to have a Catholic presence on the internet, a very strong and healthy Catholic presence. I was going to try to take a little walkabout, see what's outside, but it's already starting to rain, so I'm reduced to staying indoors. So Catholic Web Thursday, what am I thinking? Every Thursday, what I would like to do is just have a short segment looking at Catholic websites or Catholic projects on the internet. I mean, I really am kind of a priest geek kind of a guy. I am into technology, but I don't use social media the way others do. I have to admit, I don't have a lot of those other accounts. No tweeting, no Instagrams, no Snapchats. Pretty much the only social media that I really deal with is Facebook and YouTube. Interestingly, I know the whole world is into text messaging. I hate text messaging. Don't send me text messages, I hate them! As Catholics, though, we do have to admit that a lot of people are buried in technology. I mean, you see people walking around nowadays, their heads are buried in their phones. They're just looking at these little screens, and God knows what they're looking at on those screens, but that's where everybody's at. The internet is a forum where there are a large number of people, but we do have to ask ourselves the question, is it the optimum forum for doing evangelization today? So what do I mean by asking the question, the optimum forum? Think about it for a second. When it comes to any of the social media, when it comes to the internet, there's a handful of sites that many of us will visit. And take, for instance, now, like when you go on social media, you're going to have a lot of like-minded people as your friends or the people that you're connected with. The things you're going to be following are going to be things that you're interested in. So when we use Facebook or even YouTube, are there people actually looking to find Catholic web information? Are they looking to follow some of these things? It's an interesting question because there's a lot who say we need to use the internet more effectively, and I agree with that, but I'm not quite sure myself if there's any real easy way to reach a target audience without having all sorts of experts and paying all sorts of money. Okay, so just as a for instance, I took a look at some of the background stats, and if you take a close look at these stats, you're going to find out basically who your audience is, And for the most part, looking at my own or even the parish, at least on Facebook, now I can't say for other platforms, the majority of the audience is women who are older. So some in the 35 to 44, some in the 45 to 54, but most are my age in that 54 to 64 range or the 65 plus range. What that indicates to me is that the target audience that I would hope or would love to see, I'm not reaching because, well, I'm an old guy. The Catholic web presence that I would like to take a look at today is a thing called MT28. Now, when I first heard MT28, I kept scratching my head. MT28, MT28. They were building it up on Facebook. I'm sure they were doing it on the other social media. It's short for Matthew 28, where it says, "Go therefore and make disciples of all nations." Several young priests in our diocese and a couple of the different parishes have collaborated, apparently with some group, to help produce videos and other things to reach out to young people on the web. I'm pretty familiar now with their Facebook page and their web page. I'd like to just take a look at a few things that they have. On their Facebook page, they come right out and say that their mission is to be a powerful sanctifying presence in the world of social media, serving as a means to bring people of Long Island into an intimate understanding of an active relationship with God, the Catholic Church, and the Catholic faith. Pretty impressive, and I'm very happy to hear that they have a mission like that. I think we need to have more of that. I think projects like MT28 will have a lot more success because there's going to be a lot more people involved with it. I think they're going to have quite a few different personalities interacting, and they have people behind it who can do a lot of the work, who can do a lot of the editing, who can come up with different ideas, who can do the marketing and putting it out there. It's a very worthwhile project, and I do hope it succeeds tremendously. So if you're interested in finding more about this MT28 project that's going on, I'll provide some links. Feel free to take a look at it. I think they're doing wonderful work. Show your support for them if you can, because these are the kinds of things that we're going to need more of in the future.